Hello, everybody. My name is Maree Pascal. I'm the Robotics and Engineering Coordinator here at the STEM Center of Excellence with Girl Scouts of Northeast Texas. This is your most basic overview of what a robotics team looks like. All right. If your girls have ever expressed interest in it, or if you're kind of curious, this is your base introduction. All right. We're not going to be going into too many details, just kind of showing you what we offer and what it means to sign up as a Girl Scout robotics team. All right, so let's get started. All right, so step one for robotics team is to learn about the programs that we have here. With Girl Scouts of Northeast Texas, we actually offer the option to sign up for 3 different levels of robotics teams, all the way from Daisy up through Ambassador, okay? And you're also, along with this step, is to figure out what your troop would actually enjoy, as well as what your parents and what you are comfortable facilitating. And hopefully that's what this presentation is going to give you a gist of. All right. So what do we offer? We offer programs with First LEGO League Explore. We offer programs with VEX IQ Challenge, and we offer programs with VEX Robotics Competition. This one is new this year. We're testing out some things with this one, all right? So First LEGO League. First LEGO League is for your daisies and brownies. And for this one, you will be working throughout the year on a festival presentation, okay? And this is an example of what those presentations look like. You will have your Lego field, the actual project you've been working on for the whole year, as well as a poster board to kind of just showcase what you learned about, what your final project is, all right? Each of your girls will have to figure out how they're going to work together, who's going to work on which bits of your project, all right? And then they're going to present it in a big presentation. For this event that we held here at the STEM Center, I think we had like 30 teams, and judges are walking all throughout. They're talking to your team members, and like everybody was so excited about this tournament. It was a really fun one to have an opportunity to judge. I was one of the judges this year. For this age group, again, it's daisies and brownies, ages 6 through 9, and they're going to be using this Lego kit. Okay, with your registration, you'll actually pick up this kit from us. Okay, and you will get a training with this. That way, even if you have never touched a robot before in your life, you will get the training and materials needed to make sure you have the confidence to help your team through this season. And I want to stress that these are Girl Scout robotics teams. It is the girls who are really going to drive these projects, okay? So you as coaches are simply going to be there to help keep them on task, and to just serve as troubleshooting, idea bouncer offers, that kind of thing, okay? And always know that the STEM Center is always here to answer your questions, okay? All right, so VEX IQ. This is another tournament that we host at the STEM Center, and this is a true tournament. And one of the cool things about VEX IQ is it is a worldwide competition, okay? So if your team does really well during their local competition that we would host, they have the option of moving up to nationals and then moving on to worlds. All right, so at the end of this season, if your team does like outstandingly well, you might be competing alongside teams from France, from Mexico, from Japan. It's a really cool system. So this is a really exciting one you could partake in. Again, this is for juniors and middle school age Girl Scouts, ages 8 to 14. And you'll be using this VEX IQ Super Kit. This is one of the bots that you would have the option of building. This challenge is played on a 6 by 8 foot field. It's a large field. You will have the option to take home your own field, or we will have some practice space available at the STEM Center. So you could take your kid home, build and work on your project, practice driving around, practice programming it. But if you wanted field time, you would have the option of scheduling some time here at the STEM Center. Cool. Another big thing with this competition is it is teamwork driven, okay? Not just within your own troop team, but also between differing teams. These competitions are set up to where 2 separate teams are going to be on the field at the same time, trying to rake up as many points as possible. So that's another cool one. Sorry, I didn't mention on the last slide, as well as this one and the next one, I do have links to the challenge descriptions that were held for the 2020-2021 season. Okay, so that way you can get a visual of what these competitions look like. And finally, our Rex Robotics competition. This is for older Girl Scouts. This is for your 8th grade cadets or your high school level Girl Scout teams, okay? This is another one run by VEX. So this is another one where you have the option and ability, depending on how well you do, of going on to a worldwide competition stage. So you will be using the VEX V5 competition super kit. And this field is actually played on a 12 by 12 field. Now, because of the size of the field and because of the expense and complexity of the kits, these teams, these high school level teams, are going to be hosted at the STEM Center, okay? So you're still going to be coaching, you're still going to be leading the girls through the different ideas and pathways through their challenge, but you will be hosting this at the STEM Center, okay? We already have spaces set up. We'll have a field ready to go, and your bots and kits will also stay on site. So you'll be working directly with me and the STEM Center to get those time slots scheduled. Cool. Your next step after you choose which one works for your team, which one you're excited about, which one you are able to sign up for, is to identify who is actually going to be on your team, identify your adult volunteers and your adult coaches. You will actually fill out this form for me. This is for STEM Center use. It is just so I have your coach and volunteer contact information so that I can reach out and I can send you meeting reminders, resources, event updates for your final end of season competition or festival, okay? And then lastly, and most importantly, you're gonna register each individual Girl Scout on your team with GS events, all right? This is a new system, we're getting it set up, but from what I can tell, it's gonna be very simple. On the same site, the same GS site where you renew your Girl Scout membership, you will actually have an activities tab, and that is where you will find events like this for yourself to register for, okay? Now, what is the cost of your robotics registration? For First Lego League, your Daisies and Brownies, it is $50, okay, per Girl Scout, all right? And I will explain next slide what this covers. It covers a lot of things, okay? For VEX IQ, your juniors and your cadets level Girl Scouts, this is gonna be $60 per Girl Scout on your team, okay? And finally, for VEX Robotics competition, again, your 8th graders and your high school Girl Scouts, these are gonna be $85 per Girl Scout, okay? Again, payments are submitted through that GS events, which is rolling out at the start of the season. I will send information out for those interested for more step-by-step on how to do that when that opens up. And that registration will open up August 1st, all right? Financial assistance is available. I want to stress that. Because this is a higher ticket item, but you can go to gsnetx.org and click on that financial assistance page, and you will be able to apply for that, okay? You can reach out to our customer care team if you have any questions about that, but that is an option for you, okay? All right, now what do you get with that price, with that registration cost? You are going to get your season registration for your team through the group that you are competing with. So you have to register through First Lego League or through VEX, and we will manage that, okay? You're going to get all the curriculum materials you need for the season. All right. You're going to get your robot kit rental from STEM Center. You're going to get a coaches training meeting, and again, we will get more information out as those are scheduled, and you are going to get registration into a tournament or festival. Now, if we are hosting that on site for the season, you will automatically be registered for the on-site at the STEM Center festival or tournament, and we will get you those dates as soon as they are up and running. If we are not hosting a competition on site, we will register for you. We will register you for, apologies, a external site, but we will get you registered. We'll send you dates, times, information, all that such. Okay. And finally, what does the season look like? All right, the season begins in August and it runs throughout the school year. Okay, it is about 12 weeks worth of curriculum. Teams usually meet for an hour and a half to 2 hours each meeting, and they meet anywhere from 1 time a week to 2 to 3 times a week. It is up to your teams. You are the coaches. It is going to be up to you and up to your girls to see how often they want to meet or are able to meet. Okay. Coaches have to attend that coaches training that I talked about, and there will be an end of season festival, all right, or tournament. And those happen anywhere between January and April at the start of the next year, okay? Again, you can set your own schedule, but typically teams that meet more often are a bit more successful, but it depends on your team's comfort level with the robot kits. And I will also say that a lot of teams will start out at one frequency, so maybe once a week, but as they get closer to the tournament dates, they might up that frequency to 2 or 3 times a week just to make sure that they are ready to go. Okay. Quick run through of what you get at a coaches training. These are just for the coaches, just for the adults that are managing the teams. You are going to get your kit and any materials that are needed for your team for the season. You're going to get that handed off to you, and you are going to get a full run through of how to work those kits, okay? You're going to be trained on any software, on how you put the kits together. You're going to get information on any resources, so resources with the competition program itself, so with FIRST or with VEX, you're going to get information about what the specific challenges for that year, and you're going to work with the robotics and engineering coordinator, myself, for the day. That way I can answer any lingering questions that you have after you've registered and are getting ready to start the season. Okay. And step 4, start your season and get ready to go. All right. So that is it for my quick run through. If you have any questions specifically, you can head them my way. Again, my name is Maree Pascal. This is my email. This is the STEM Center email. This is one that if any questions end up there, they will get to me, okay? And this is my phone line. But that is it for this presentation. It was a quick deep dive. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to send them my way, and be on the lookout for more resources. I'm planning on doing a deeper dive into the specifics of this program. But I hope y'all enjoyed it, and I hope y'all are excited about possibly starting a robotics team. All right, see y'all around.